back to another video. It's another market video. My name is Natalie and this is Brave Diamonds Handmade. Welcome and welcome back to the channel. We are at a market today at Jefferson County High School. And I'm sorry I have been MIA. I'll talk about that here in a little bit. But it is a back to school bash and we are super excited. I think we're going to have a great day. We'll see you here in a bit. I did want to show you some things that I've been working on that I brought to this, and then I'll show you the clip of the setup and a few other items that I have finished. So just hang with me. I'm going to show you the clip of stuff that I worked on up until this week. So we're going to go past Natalie and then we're going to go to present Natalie. Okay. All right. We'll see you in a minute. Okay. So it is the night before the market and I have been prepping mostly all week. We had a slow market last week, so I didn't have to do too much, but I wanted to get some major things done. But anyway, let's stop talking and start looking. All right, one moment. Okay, so we're gonna get started here and I'm gonna be showing you guys everything. Don't mind the mess. It's, you know, I live here, so it is what it is. But first we're gonna show oldie but a goodie. I've made this before, and if you've been with me for a little while, you should remember this one. Ready? Ready? It's the standing dragon pattern from Crochet by Jenna. And I did this in the style of Andarna. Look at her eyes. Pretty eyes. She does have fluff everywhere. Look, you can see the reflection, but anyway, it's got like gold and coppery specks in there. Very cool. I have not done everything yet with my pricing calculator to see how much it's going to be, but it's definitely going to be more than what I had priced it last time. Last time I was selling these for $45. Look at this thing. That was not enough. It's probably going to be 60 to 75. There is a fly in here. And I don't know. He was fine until I got up and started moving around. So let's see. I'm just going to show you guys everything, like I said, not in order, but I did make some keychains. So this event is going to be a back to school bash at a high school. And so I thought maybe I should put out some more keychains. I didn't do a lot. I was watching Bay and Bunny's live and we were chatting and she suggested to have more bag charms and keychains and stuff, small stuff. And I thought that was a good idea. So I made a few, not a lot, but I did make some. So these are some dragon fruit heart keychains. And let's see, what else did I get? I got 2 of those. I did a strawberry heart keychain. And the link will be for these patterns. These are free Instagram patterns. I have it in the Google Doc and Canva Doc that I've linked down below. I have 3 bunny keychains. Aren't they cute? So cute. Let me see if we can get a better look at it. See? Very cute. All right. So I've got 3 of those. So that is 5 keychains. Then I have some little pandas that I put on swings. It's a part of a pattern pack called Tiny Teddy Trio. And again, the link will be down below. But I have decided to try and see what it would look like in a slightly bigger size. So I did this one in Elise Veludo. And this is how it came out. And I think it's so cute. I really like it. I really, really do like it. No tail. I don't think it needs a tail. But he's a little off center. I don't know. My stitch count was off, so I was trying to kind of finagle it without having to undo everything, and it doesn't exactly look right, but that's okay. Then I made 3 of the a possum pattern by Crochet by Jenna. She has a free YouTube tutorial, but I did go ahead and buy the PDF, so I have the PDF linked, but you can also check out her free tutorial. And here they are. I have 3 little cute little possums now. One of them, the last one, I am kind of tired. The last one, that's not the last one. This is the last one, I think. Well, I can tell when I set him down. Oh, it's this first one I showed you. Look when I set him down. His legs are way off to the side here, and his face is over here. Can you see that? So look at that. This is gonna go to my daughter. She doesn't mind getting these kind of messed up toys, and I didn't realize that I had done that until I'd already sewn everything shut, and I cannot be bothered to undo it and fix it. It's too late. I'll have 2 instead of 3. And my daughter will get a free one for the week. But anyways, okay, so I'm just looking back here to see if there was anything else that I missed besides this fly. Oh, okay, I started to make a Jimothy, but unfortunately, here he is. So I started, this is a pattern that I just purchased, and I'll put the designer's name up here. It's like Katie's Cute Crochet something. I might be, I'm off, I'm sure. Anyways, it's so cute. Look at that. But I ran out of this yarn. Is from Michael's. It's a Sweet Snuggles Light, and I thought I could just keep using the Parfait Plush, but the color is different. And let me see. You might not be able to tell on camera, but this gray here is a bit darker. And it's not exactly a match. And it was just going to be too obvious. So I put this to the side. I spent a lot of time on that. It was coming out a lot bigger than I thought it would too. I probably should have done it in Parfait Chunky. But again, you know, you live and you learn. So he's going to be set to the side and he's going to go to my next market. Well, I also made some Pokemon because I have only Eevee right now. Only one Eevee. So I want to get a lot more, but for this week, this is what I was able to do. I got 2 Charmanders. There we go. And this is using Chenille Brights Basics. Premier Basics Chenille Brights. I made 3 Pikachus. This is using Elise Veludo, and this is using Elise Veludo on the ears and tail, but the brights on, can you see the difference in color? Well, for this one, I ran out of the Elise Veludo yellow. I thought I had another ball, but I didn't, of this yellow color. So, but for this, I didn't think it was enough of a difference. So anyways, let's get on to a few bigger items. I did, the first thing I did was the Triceratops by Madeline Mako. She recently put out some dinosaur patterns. I'd say about, maybe not that recent, maybe like a couple months ago. But anyways, I saw the dino, the Triceratops one, and I really thought that was cute. So I got the pattern and I made it. And this is using some of the new prints, the Parfait Plush Prints yarn. And this was an interesting technique for the head. I hadn't done that before. It is a little bit wobbly, but everything's a little bit. Anyway, so there's that. Then I did 2, okay, so these are leggy frogs, and I make leggy frogs all the time. I don't always show you guys that because it's kind of boring. Everybody's not into those, but I do make them because they do sell. And so, and I don't mind making them. It's kind of like a comfort thing. I can make it in the car. I don't need a pattern. You know, it's just a rectangle with long arms and legs. So, and some bobbles for their eyebrows. So I really don't need a pattern specifically. I can just make it up as I go along. But anyway, so I got some more. I'm trying to work through my Elise Voluto now. So this is Elise Voluto. I could not tell you the color because they do numbers and I threw away the ball band. But it's like this really pretty chartreuse green. And I like using the Syncorize for these ones. I think it gives it a real cute look. Let me show you, give you a close-up of. And I've been using my holographic paper instead of glitter paper more because I don't know why, I just hadn't been using them. But anyways, this one has little stars. Can you see? It's so cute. And like I've told y'all many times, I like to keep the plastic on here. Even on display, I leave the plastic on there just because it helps to protect it. But I always tell customers that they can just take that plastic off. It's just there to protect it while I'm transporting it back and forth. And they are welcome to take it off because it sure looks a lot cuter without it. All right, so there's 2 of those. Let's see, what do I show you next? Okay. This is another one I wanted to try at the Crochet Grove snake pattern. And Crochet by Sammy. I think her channel's name is just Sammy. I watch her all the time. I should know that. But she got some Easter yellow yarn and she did this snake. She's done it before in other colors, but she did it in this yellow variegated Easter yarn. And she did it to look like an albino python. And I just love that idea, but I didn't really have anything similar. So when I saw this yarn on Premier's website, I thought, I'm going to try it with that. And I don't think it exactly looks like an albino python, but it's a giving, you know, albino adjacent. So anyways, here we go. Here he is. Look how cute this guy turned out. Oh, I put him in my shorts. So if you watch my shorts, you will have seen that. He turned out so cute. And again, I was all into my holographic paper eyes. So as you can see, I don't know if you can see that very well, but anyways, it's pretty. It came out very cute, and I think he'll do good. All right, now you guys didn't see me make this. I didn't show it last week when I made it because I've been on hiatus a little bit, but I made a Stitch by Scott clown and it sold right away. So I made it again. Last time I made it in Parfait Plush. This time I did Elise Voluto, which is where all my yellow went, so I couldn't finish the Pikachus. Anyways, here it is. Look how cute it is. Now guys, I do not like clowns, honestly. In real life, I don't like them. I'm one of the many that has been traumatized by clown movies. But I think this is cute. I really do. And it's kind of a, I don't know, it's just a good little pattern. So I highly recommend this pattern. It's by Stitched by Scott. And she has a YouTube channel. So if you watch that, she's got so many great patterns. Check out her shop. And I think she's going to come out with some more clown patterns. She did a video where she was doing a clown bunny, maybe 2 clown bunnies, and they were super cute as well. So maybe clowns aren't so bad if we just do them kind of cute. Like, I think this is cute. So this one's good. All right. Now I'm just going to show you a few. Oh. There's one frog I finished, leggy frog, that I did finish last market. We were kind of slow. This is in Premier. This is Parfait Chunky in the seaweed salad color. I finished him off. Anyways, and let's see. Something fell down here. Oh, God. I sold out of a lot of these little stingrays. These are by Chez de Coton. Chez de Coton. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But anyway, she's also got great patterns, and she's got a lot of free patterns on Instagram, and this is one of hers, and I'm sure you guys have seen this everywhere. So I've got 2 of those, kind of teal turquoise color, and 2 purple. There we go. All right guys, so that's everything. Again, I'm just double checking. That's everything I've made this week and we can go back to the market now. All right, see you there. Well, we are out here and the music is really loud, but hopefully I won't get in trouble for it. But anyways, we're at the Jefferson County High School. It is their back to school bash. And there's a lot of vendors out here. It's really, so far, a good turnout vendor wise. But they are looking, a lot of stuff, a lot of the booths are giving stuff away, like school supplies for the kids. So, I hope it's not a lot of people here for free stuff and leaving. It could be, but you see, hopefully we'll have a decent day. All right, check you guys later. Well, today is a bust. Sorry to say it, but it's not the event for us. I don't know if we're gonna do this again. I don't think we're gonna do this again next year, maybe, but there's another event this weekend, First Friday. I am thinking about doing that. But we also have a market on Saturday coming up in Louisville. That one should be a little better than this one. Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, it's been a little while. Yes, it has been, but I'm back. All right, well guys, I kind of don't know exactly how to go about this. Now, to say I'm rusty is a bit of an understatement, a very sad understatement, but it looks like I have started and stopped and started and stopped this video so many times. It's embarrassing, but we're gonna keep pushing through, embarrassing or not. I've got a lot to catch up with you guys, with you guys that you saw. We started off with some market vlog footage, and then we went back to past me pre-market, showing you the stuff that I had made during the week, and then back to the market, saw a little bit of footage. There really wasn't much to report about that. And today is now Sunday, so that market was yesterday. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the results for that market really quickly. Really quickly. And then we'll kind of chat about where I've been, what I've been up to, and what to look forward to. So let's quickly get into the results from yesterday's market. And I thought I would do what I usually do, which is pull up, you know, the numbers and the totals and go through the items that sold. But the truth is, guys, I didn't sell hardly anything. I didn't even sell $50 worth. So the event sales-wise was a bust, but it was still a good day. We had a good time. The kids had a good time playing in the bouncy house, and they had a little bit of a foam pit over there. And it was nice to be close by. So the event took place at the Jefferson County High School, and that's here in Jefferson County, Georgia. It was their first annual back to school bash, and it was really fun. But I was a little worried when I signed up for it. I was just trying to find something to do over the summertime. And so when I saw that event come up, I thought, oh, this should be good, because the middle school event was pretty good. You know, we didn't make a ton of money, but honestly, for only 2 hours, we cleared $200 something, and I think that's pretty good considering. that it was, considering that it was only 2 hours and there wasn't much. So it's like me and a couple other vendors there. But anyway, so this event was, I was a little worried about the nature of this event. Was it really going to be like a selling kind of event? But there was no table fee, so I figured it'd be good because it was like for the whole county, a back to school bash, and more people would be coming, and it would, it wasn't just a middle school event, but it was a whole county event, and they were going to have other things for the kids to do, so I thought it could really be good. So went ahead and set up, and it was nice to be there, to be local, and to see some familiar faces and some neighbors and community members. But vendor-wise, that was a complete bust. When we pulled into the parking lot, I saw a whole bunch of other tents being set up, so I was optimistic, thinking, okay, this could be good, hopefully we'll have a good day. But then it became obvious that it was mostly, all those tents were setting up to hand out free stuff and free services. They had free haircuts, free school supplies, free hot dogs, free vaccines. I mean, it was a lot of stuff basically for free. So a lot of people were just coming to get the free stuff and go. They had a DJ playing. It was nice, but it just, money-wise, it didn't happen. So I'm not going to get into everything that I sold, because it was basically some car swings and some $5 toys, and that was it. That's it. $44, I think, was what we made. We ended up spending it all on Wendy's and Dollar Tree. So that was that. But we'll see. We've got another market coming up this weekend. It's the Broad Street Market in Louisville. So it's another one close by, and that's nice. And they are having a Friday night event, which I've been debating about going to, especially considering Saturdays there was like nothing. But I don't know. It would be really tough to do a Friday night event and then get up and go do a Saturday morning event. But we might. So stay tuned. I'll let you know if I do that or not. But anyways, let's talk about where I have been and what I've been up to. So when I left off, I was just starting the Evans market. So I had finished my markets for the springtime, and we were getting ready to start selling at Evans. Now, Evans market I signed up for, and it's a little bit harder to get into, because you have to have a business license and like an EIN. You have to have a lot more stuff. Most events that I've been to don't ask you for that, but this was the first one that they needed documentation, and you had to get a business license with with Columbia County, and so it was a little bit more of a process, but it was worth it. And I appreciate that they want to have people that are serious vendors there. So it started in March, and I hadn't gone to any events there because I had signed up for so many events in the springtime. So I was fully booked for the last 2 weeks of March and all of April. But then May come around, and I'm like, okay, great, we're going to start selling. And our first Saturday there was amazing. First of all, the weather was great. It couldn't have been better. It was perfect. It was not too hot, not too cold. We were in a great spot, and people were just steady there, crowding around our booth. I mean, they have a very well-oiled machine over there, and so the layout is set up just so the tents are like back to back, and so you have to, your space is tight. You are very tight because your back is here, and then they're selling out that way, and so it can be very cramped. But everybody works well together, and it was really good. And it turned out that we got to make almost $800 that first day. No, it was over $800. Yeah, it was over $800 that first Saturday that we were there. And we were just it blew every other market out of the water by far. It was amazing. Oh, we were so impressed. And we're like, oh yeah, we're here. We're not going anywhere else now. This is the market for us, right? So we were so happy about that. And so we stayed. So all of May and all of June, every Saturday, we were there. Except for one that they canceled for rain. Actually, they canceled 2 for rain. I take that back. So one we didn't go, and then the second one they canceled for rain again. And we decided to go to Barnyard Flea Market that time because, you know, we wanted to have an additional venue to go to. And they were covered, and it was calling for rain again. Obviously, that's why they canceled. It didn't rain that much, but so Barnyard Flea Market is in South Augusta, and it's covered. And the nice thing is that you could just back your car up there to the spot and just unload. It's totally covered, so you don't need a tent. They give you a big table. So, you know, we really just needed to set up our shelves and maybe one extra little table, 4-foot table, and it was really easy to sell there. Once you sign up, then you could just pay on the day that you want to sell there. They're open on Saturdays and Sundays to the public, and you know, it does go all day. It goes from like 9 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's a long day. And in the heat, I'm telling you, even though it's covered, the sun still comes and just finds you, and it did for us, and it was still hot. But you know, the first part of the day that we were there, it was raining, so a lot of people, what they were doing was they were getting their tarps or something and hanging it. They would open their back door to their vehicles and hang the tarp over, so it's kind of like almost a little tent like that, and they would just sit back there. And it was nice because the kids could just stay in the car watching videos, being in AC if they wanted to, so that was nice. But yeah, we didn't sell hardly anything there because it was a flea market. We weren't sure, you know, the way they advertise it on Facebook, it made it seem like we thought that we would have a better sales day, but really it was just a lot. It was like kind of a big garage sale, so a lot of people selling stuff for very cheap, but it was still fun. We had a good time. We didn't sell very much, but it was something to do, and it was definitely worth going, but not as good as Evans, right? So not for us. So then we went back to Evans, and I mean, every weekend that we could be at Evans, we were. And then Evans wrapped up it wrapped up in June. So they run their market season from March through June, and then they take a break for July and August, and they start up again from September to November, and then they take another break for December, January, and February. So right now we're on summer break since it's August. It's August 2nd today, but they'll start up next month again, and we will be back. So looking forward to that. So after the last June event, we took a break of 1 week, took 1 week off, and then we went and sold at the Broad Street Market in Louisville, Georgia. And that was nice because it was close by. It was a pretty good event. You know, again, not sales-wise, not as much as we would do in Evans. Although we did have one day in Evans where we didn't sell hardly very much at all. But most days we were clearing $500. But there was one day where we only did like 2 something. And that was just a weird day. But for the most part, Evans was very good. A very good market for us. Especially because it was every weekend. And we're excited. I don't know if it's going to be like that for the fall. Hopefully it'll be good still. But it was great. Anyway. So summertime, Broad Street Market. So that was pretty good, and that takes place in Louisville, Georgia, and just right on the main downtown area. And it was a really nice event. So then we took did we take 1 or 2 weeks off? I think we took 2 weeks off then. And then sold at the Augusta River Market. And so the way that one works is you sign up to be a vendor, so you're in their kind of database as a vendor. But like Evans does, and like some of these seasonal markets do, you can buy like a pass, like a season pass, and that gives you placement on the main drag. And if you don't, then you get kind of off to the side. There's a little side street, so there's a little main road. The road is closed to cars. It's blocked off, but it's where all the vendors set up, and there people walk down to where the Riverwalk is. It's on the Savannah River in downtown Augusta. It's a really nice market. But then there's this little side street kind of thing where they put vendors that are just kind of, paying for the day, paying to be there for the day, are not like, they're not regular vendors. So that's where we were, and it was not a very good spot. It was raining a little bit in the morning, and then it cleared up, but it was hot after that. It was just not a very busy day sales-wise. And I asked my vendor neighbor, if it was usually that slow, and she said, no, it's very slow. It's not ever that slow, but the last 2 Saturdays, the one we were at and the Saturday we were there and the Saturday before, were exceptionally slow. And she thinks it was just because people were doing back to school shopping and getting everything ready, and I totally agree with that. That's probably why it was slow. It was hot. People have got other things to do. It's a time of the year where, weekends have got to be getting people back into routines and getting everything squared away and getting those shopping lists done and all that. So it was slow. I can't remember. I don't think I vlogged. I did not vlog then. I did start vlogging in Evans like the first few Saturdays we went, but the first Saturday we went, I vlogged, and I fully intended to upload, and then didn't. But then I said, okay, I'll do it the next week, and I'll just consolidate the 2 weeks. But then for some reason I just didn't again, and I'm starting to really, feel kind of anxious that I haven't uploaded anything. And then after the 3rd and 4th week, I was thinking, okay, I'll just do a month. I'll just do a month of markets, a video of a month of markets. But yet I don't know what it is. Like, once you get out of that rhythm, it's really hard to get back into it. And I had a hard time. So that's how we ended up going this long. It's after about a month, and I still hadn't uploaded a video, I kind of just accepted the fact that, okay, I guess I'm just taking a break, and I'll just get back to it here soon. So here I am. Now we are getting back to our regularly scheduled program. So that is the whole summer, basically. That's what we've been doing. We haven't gone anywhere. We haven't been on vacation. I did start a new job, and that has been taken up, I wouldn't say it's taken up all my time, but it has been taking a lot of attention, and I'm learning the ropes, and it's been really great. I love this job. It's a great job. And it's not the reason why I haven't been uploading, but I will say that I've used that as a reason. I don't have endless hours in the day to just crochet and upload like I might have before. So it's kind of just a matter of time management, just trying to get back into and make it all fit together, figure out how and when to make time to upload, to film, edit, upload. Filming is not that bad. Editing takes forever. It takes me a long time to edit, and I see now why some channels do very little editing. I don't know how people do all these cuts and all these special things that they do, effects and everything that they do. I'm really impressed by that. I'm finding it difficult, to be honest, but I don't want to let that stop me. I am getting better and better, or at least I was getting better and better, and I'm gonna get there again. I'd like to start doing lives. I'd like to start doing a little more interactives and some more short form content. So hopefully we'll be posting some more as we try to just ease back into a routine and a schedule. I like to get back to posting something every week, whether it be a market video or just a catch up of what I'm making. It may just be something like that. I'm trying to see what works best. I was finding it very helpful, very easy to film my intros in the car, do the market, then finishing doing my recap in the car, and then just getting home and uploading and editing real quick and uploading to YouTube that way. But at this point, I don't know if that's how we're gonna go, but we'll see. And also, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing every weekend like I have been doing. So we have been going pretty hard at it ever since March, the end of March, with the exception of a few weeks here and there, a few weekends here and there that we've taken off either because of weather or because we didn't have any markets for the summer break. And I think that, I wouldn't say I'm burned out, but I definitely think I need to find a better balance. And I want to, do as many markets as possible because I really enjoy them, but then I don't want to neglect other things, here at home either. But anyways, guys, that is all to be figured out as we go, So in the future, look for hopefully more consistent uploads and a little more faith-based content and more of what I'm making stuff, because I have made so many cute things and I want to show them, but it was just a matter of getting to if I get online, then I'm going to have to edit all these vlogs first. And now I'm just saying, you know what, let's just start over. I have that footage of those vlogs, so I'll put them up at some point. But let's just start over clean and let's just start from where we are now, and that will get us back on track. And so I think that that's the most reasonable way to go. Anyways, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about, guys, and it is a pricing calculator that I have come up with. Now, there are a lot of pricing calculators for plushies out there. I have made my own, and I've been debating whether or not I should put it for sale or if I should just offer it as a free resource, because I really think it can help a lot of people. Now, I have reached out to a couple YouTubers and I'm still waiting to hear back. But if anybody is wanting to check it out, I will go ahead and post a link somewhere in the description so you guys can, or actually, better yet, if you guys message me, if you message me on Instagram or here on YouTube, you could just send me a message and I will let me know if you want that, and I will send you the link so you can try it out for yourself. But I want to do a kind of a video of just walking through, but basically it is my own calculator, but there's so many out there and they kind of all do the same thing, but I've come up with my own ADHD brain way of organizing it, and I think I love it, and I use it every single market now, not every day, but when I'm getting my inventory ready, I do it. And I think it's really great. Another thing that we started doing is barcodes. We just started doing barcodes, and I'm still waiting. I ordered on eBay a little barcode scanner, and I'm waiting for that to get to me. But I'm just using the phone right now to scan the barcodes, and it's working out really, really good. I love it. I'm just trying to work out a system that is super easy, but honestly, it's so much easier than writing everything out. I just print it up, stick it on the tag, and go. Now, I need to get prettier tags. That's another thing. But it is so, I think it'll be really good for busier markets. Let's see, another thing that I'm checking out, and I'm just throwing things in here that I don't know if it's all gonna make it in. But another thing we're checking out for potential future markets we want to look at are there are some holiday markets that we know we're gonna do, that are close by to me, that I know are going to be good markets because I've been to them and I've even sold at them before. But we're looking at doing more some card shows or some anime conventions and some more kind of things like that. I definitely want to get into some of these kind of shows. They're a little more themed, a little more focused, and preferably indoors. So we'll see what we get into. But anyways, guys, that is enough for me today. I've been going on a lot and I've kind of been rambling and disjointed, but I'm getting back into it. And honestly, that's real life. That's how my mind goes. That's how my conversations go. And that's just how it goes sometimes with me. But thank you guys so much for stopping by and visiting with me again. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give this video a like. Hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more content from me. And please leave a comment. You know, what have you guys been doing over the summer? Have you guys been having crazy weather? Did you guys enjoy the World Cup? Are you guys happy that Spain won? Are you guys happy that Argentina lost? Do you agree that Pelé is the GOAT and that is undisputed and Messi doesn't even come close and neither does Ronaldo? None of them. Okay, Pelé is the GOAT. Always has been. I'm just going to leave it at that. All right, guys. Thanks so much. And I hope you guys had a great summer. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
God is good, my